Hello, good afternoon everyone. So my name is Greg, and I will present to you, so for this last session of today, the new app we developed, so the field service management. So let's start. So here we decide to develop this app for any business where people has to go on site and does not want to carry heavy materials, a laptop or something like this, just to travel light and plan their intervention. So as soon as you are in this kind of businesses, then this app is made for you. Then you can work in an eating company, plumbing company, even consulting company. When you have to go on client side, you can use this app. Yep. Okay, so the way, the idea of this app emerged from a need. So Fabien explained it during his keynote with his wife and his boiler. And so here we wanted to tackle existing problematic when we were going on site. The first one was being on site. So that's why here we designed this application to work on mobile. So everything is responsive and can be used on a tablet or a smartphone. So no need to carry a heavy laptop, some paper, to write something down, then to come back at the office, to record everything in the system, and then follow the process. Of course, as always in Odoo, everything is fully integrated with all the other applications, and so you can use your stock, your sales, purchase, etc. with this application. Okay, let's do a small demo. Let me find it back. Zoop. Not the right one. And to show you that everything has been designed for the mobile. Yep. Sorry. Small refresh. Just show you, so as soon as you arrive in the application, so you can directly see, oh, it's not on the right. Better like this. So as soon as you arrive on Odoo, you can open the application, the field service, and you will directly be able to work on your mobile. So opening your task to do, start to record some time, then check your planning, see everything you have to do. But here, for the demo, I will just switch to the desktop mode. It will be easier for you to follow. Okay, the second issue we wanted to tackle is to simplify the way we can plan the intervention that you receive by mail, by call, or directly when you are on a client side and you see something that needs to be done. And so here we easily allow the people to assign from his desktop, from the office, to assign the responsible based on the occupancy of the guy, order the task, see which one is much critical than the other, and organize the tour and see which task to handle first based on the best route from one to another. So let's directly see. So imagine that you receive all the message by mail, for example. Then you can directly see from the planning by user who is available to perform the work. So here we can see that Mark Demo is still available, so here today, to perform some action. And directly you can assign some task or move some other and saying like, okay, it will work on this task today. So here in this case, so this morning, there. So easy also to plan based on the timing, so you can change the date, but also, of course, the hours to easily get the best planning for your workers. Based on this, the worker can directly log in Odoo, into Odoo, and then see what he has to do. So automatically filtered on his task to be done today or in the future. And to see which one he has to do first, he can switch to the map view and check which operation to do first based on first the timing put on the intervention to be done, and on the route suggested by this map. And you can directly see, okay, I have to check the joints here. then switch to this task, then go here and check directly where to go. And easy on a smartphone, you can directly click to navigate to, and you will see what's the best way to get there. So by car, train, etc., using the Google Map features. Yep. So the worksheet. Okay. So of course, when you are on the customer side, to fix something like fixing a sink or some other problem, you have to record what you have done to be able to send, I can say, a report to the customer explaining what you have done and why you have to bill this amount of money. So here, this app allows you to create, for each type of intervention, a specific worksheet. Easy customized by the Studio application, directly where you can really define the view you want to have with info you want to record. So let's take a look at this. Yep. So per default, Odoo give you some examples, some default. That can be, of course, customized, but you can also create some new ones. So here you can benefit from all the feature coming from Studio to add some field, any type of field, to add the signature from the worker or from a subcontractor, depending on your business you want to cover. So here, really easily, you can say, okay, I will add also an image, because I want my worker to take a picture and to upload it on the intervention. No, picture. I can close. And close. So directly from here, so you can create as many worksheet template as you want, and from here you can also analyze what has been done for what ticket and see, okay, the worker fill this information, and then you can build some reporting, some statistic on top of those worksheet records. So easy to analyze the performance of your guy to see, okay, if everything has been filled in correctly with the right information, and then take the necessary action to, say, to fix this if needed. So let's take an example of a worksheet. So as soon as you take a ticket, you can start working on it and working on the worksheet. So here, based on the worksheet you selected on the task, so on the intervention, you will get the right worksheet to fill in based on the customization you made. So in this case, the name, manufacturer, who is the supplier of the equipment, the broken equipment. You can also take the model, what has been broken, even a serial number if you want. If it's the first installation, if you need to put something additional to the installation, or if you need to make some maintenance. And so here you can describe what you have done. So I'm replacing the because too old. And then you can do some stuff here, quickly sign, and that's done. So here, directly from the task, you can see that the worksheet has been completed and no need to do it again. But of course, if you see that you missed some information, you can always come back to it and add the information you might have missed. Number 4. So here, being on site, an issue is that it's not very easy to record the time you spent on the customer side. So you don't have to always check your phone or check your watch and then do the math by yourself. In Odoo, you can directly simply click on a button, start the timer, and Odoo will automatically compute the time you spent until you either pause the timer or stop it. So here, as you saw a couple of minutes ago, I start the timer, and so you can directly see from the intervention how long you spent at the customer site. And if for any reason you need to take a break for something, you can always pause the timer and resume it as soon as you need it. And of course, when the operation is done, you can simply click on stop. You will get the timing here. So here, per default, it's rounded to the quarter. But of course, this can be changed, and you can also describe what you have done in total, check the join, so clean the machine and joint replacement. Save. So now that you have done, so all the timesheet will be recorded. So directly, because everything is integrated, you will be able to see the entire timesheet, even if he has to work on other tasks, like the classic project task, for example. You will directly see the entire week of work or months. So all the minutes, all the hours of each worker can be tracked, and you can see that, okay, he filled this 38 hours every week, for example, and he spent this time on this, and this. And it will also help you to, I can say, optimize his agenda or his workload based on that. Okay, another issue I wanted to tackle is the ability to directly add to the order the product you might have to use, or you might replace because it's broken or something like this. So easy, from the intervention, you can directly add the product. Let's say you have to remove and replace some screw on a big machine, on the boiler. You can directly say, okay, I put 4 new screws on the boiler, and you will not lose information and not forget to add it. Because if you add the right product, etc., and book the right time, you can easily generate the right invoice to the customer and make sure that you do not lose any money and everything is profitable. So to do that, we develop a specific views from the intervention here, where you have a Kanban view in which you can easily add product here. And of course, you can add some more quantities to it, depending on the intervention you have to make. And of course, if you make a mistake, you can easily remove it from here. So pretty easy to follow what has been added to the product, to the intervention, sorry. And from here, you can see the amount of those products that you put for this intervention. So directly here, you can see that we are close to $900, and we added 7 products to this intervention. Another difficult topic to address is the transparency. So of course, you can send some invoice directly to the customer without giving some information. But here, with this application, we simplify the way you can communicate with your customer by sending him an online report that you can also print and send him by the post, for example, where everything that you have done is listed. Of course, everything can be customized, and you can remove the information you don't want to communicate. Basically, everything is transparent. And from this preview that you can directly show on a tablet, he can sign and accept what you have done. So everything is okay, and you don't leave the client that can be unsatisfied, for example. So to quickly show you, so here, as soon as you have done the job, you can either send the report by mail directly, or make the client sign it. So here, as you can see, directly, from there, you have all the information about this intervention. So who made here, where you have done this intervention, the name of it, the timesheet, so all the time you spent. Here, with the description that you put when you click on the stop button. So here, rounded to the quarter. All the product you add to generate the final bill. So here you have all the product I add, plus this one that puts some amount on the time you spent. And here, on the bottom, you have all the details of the worksheet that you filled. So the supplier of the goods you replaced, and all those elements, plus the signature of the worker. So here, as soon as the client accepts that all the job is done, he can sign, and we are all on the same page. So difficult for the customer to complain that, okay, it has not been done here, because here you directly force the client to sign and accept the work that has been done. And here, at the end, you can even send him by mail to the client, where you have all the templates that can be customized with the worksheet details that has been that I showed you just a couple of seconds ago, attached to the mail. So everything, all this information are shared between all the parties. And of course, if something needs to be added in addition, like you forgot to put a product, you need to work some additional time on it, you can restart the time clocking, and make a new signature of the report. So everything is transparent and no information are hidden from to the customer. Okay, another topic that should have been addressed, the invoicing. So here, you need to ensure that you correctly invoice your customer and all your intervention. So from time to time, you might forget that you spent like half a day or maybe 2 hours to fix something at a customer side, or you forgot that you used these materials. And then you can generate some incomplete invoicing or some wrong information, because you might replace some product by something else, and then the client gets frustrated, say, okay, I will not pay this invoice because it's not correct, etc. Using here Odoo, and because everything is transparent, you can directly, in one click, generate the right invoice. Because here everything is recorded on the ticket, so you have all the time you spent by simply clicking on this button. You have all the product you used, then you make the customer sign the report and accept all the work you have done and all the products you used. And so you can generate the invoice. And so here you have the classic pop-up to create the invoice. You can either ask the full price or asking for a down payment, percentage of the product and the time you spent, or a fixed amount. So here we simply take the full amount. I will create and view the invoice to show you that everything is added on the product with the right quantity and the right amount. So exactly what you have put on the intervention. And so here, from here, you get the classic accounting feature and the invoicing feature. So ability to pose the invoice, to make the follow-up of the payment, to send it by as a PDF, etc. So you can directly transfer all this job to the accounting department, so he will do the follow-up. And so you can leave the customer, I would say, happy because everything is fixed, and then invoice will follow. And you can continue to the next ticket and this intervention you have to do. Yep. Okay, something else you might face when you are on site. You might see that a client calls you to fix something, like the boiler, and you see that something else needs to be fixed. And you can say, okay, I can send you a quote to replace the material that can be broken, but I know that you don't call me for that, but I suggest you to take one step further and replace it. So easy, in one click, you can suggest and transfer, I can say, the job to the sales department, who will make the follow-up of with the client to fix and sell some extra service or extra materials. And so to do that, from the intervention, you have one button here to create the new quotation, and this will guide you to the sale application, where you can easily add the product you want to replace here, and then from here you benefit from all the feature from the sale, so you can design beautiful quote with section, with product configurator, etc. And so from here, you can simply save and do the entire sale flow, confirming the sales, delivering the product, etc. And also create, for example, a new ticket to say, okay, I will plan this intervention in 2 weeks if you accept the order, to come back to the client site and replace the material with what I just sold him. And so here, every time from the ticket, you can go through any object or item you have about it. So you can directly check all the timesheet, the worksheet has been completed, you can reopen it, all the products you add, but also directly link to the quotation. Of course, you can make several quotations with different material configuration to get different price for the customer. And you can also see all the invoices that you have to generate. Because of course, you can generate 1, 2, or several invoices for one intervention, depending on the way you want to make the invoicing. Okay. So here, beside those features that makes the life of the guy who needs to go on site easier, we also benefit from all the other features from Odoo. So because here we worked on the project modules to extend it and make this field service management application, then you can also benefit from all the project features, like the project overview. You can see and measure all the time spent for those kind of intervention, get the profitability of it, etc. So you can directly see that all the integration can only be better things for you. So of course you can also work with the email integration. So you can ask the client to send you the ticket per mail, and then you can plan it easily. You can also work with a contact form or website where people can ask you to come and check something at your home. You can also have the time of integration and I can say the conflict handling. So as soon as somebody is on holiday, or if we already plan some intervention at a given time, you will get directly see from the Gantt view that something is not okay with the planning you made and that needs to be fixed. So if we take a look at this, if I take the planning, I will plan different tickets at the same time. Here, I will take the day, take Michel admin here, and put some 2 tasks at the same time. So let me switch back to the week. So here, directly from the planning view, from the Gantt view, you have a visual indicator that tells you that, okay, something needs to be fixed on this ticket. And if you open it, you also get the warning that another task for this employee is at the same time. And you can directly see and access which one is in conflict with this task, and then decide which one to replan. So move one in advance or in the future. So directly, no need to open each task to see what is wrong. You can directly do it from here, either from the form view of an intervention or from the Gantt view here. So here I can say, okay, I will move it there. And automatically, the visual indication disappears, and you get the nice planning, where you can, of course, switch from day to the week and months, and then decide which one is more urgent or critical. Okay, so beside all those integration, we also have all the inventory and resupply integration. Because here, when you use some product for intervention, then it has to go out of your stock to say, okay, I consumed those products, those materials for this intervention, and so my stock level will decrease, and then all the feature of the resupply from the inventory and the purchase application will come into play, and then you can easily follow the stock level, replenish the different trucks, for example, to be sure that each worker have enough materials to go on site and make his day easy. So here, so to conclude with this demo, so what I wanted to highlight is that we wanted to make the life of each guy that needs to be and to work on site easy and compatible with all the applications from Odoo to help them to track what they have to do and make sure that all the departments from the company are aware of what needs to be done and no need to handle like tons of paper or wear a laptop all over the place. So here, this concludes a bit my presentation. So here, I wanted to make it short because here Fabian already showed plenty of those features during his keynote, and I wanted to spend a bit more time on the question you might have here. So if you have any questions, so feel free to come at the 2 microphones you have in the front, and I will be glad to answer them. Thanks. Yep.